You are live. Fucking hell. It's the first time it's been confirmed today. I am in fact alive. I don't fucking feel like it though. It's a free country. Do what you want? It's a free country. Do what you want? It's a free country. Isn't it? Ooh. Where are we? There we go. I don't know what happened with that. It didn't work. It's fucking useless. It's fucking big pile of dog poo poo. See, that might be better. That's not even playing either. So it must be this computer. I need a new computer. Anyone's got a spare one lying about that's not fucking old and wank. I think since I started doing Raconteurs News, I think I've got through three computers. Three, I had that one of them things, shitty little thing. Then I had this crap fucking thing that ended up getting smashed. And now I've got this. So good evening. Anyway, welcome to Raconteurs After Dark with me, Jason Holmes. I'm Jason Holmes. You're listening to Jason Holmes. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, whatever you do, and hit the thumbs up, because that makes us even better than what we think we fucking are. Anyway, good evening to some people in the chat room. Kenny Noy, loud and clear. Good evening, Kenny. I hope you're not the same Kenny. Well, it don't matter whether you are. If you are the same Kenny Noy, get yourself on, and we can have a chat, can't we? Dinny Carr, Yo Heath, Peter Edros, good evening to you. Resi Tuber, good evening. Paul Diaduit. Everything is made to be broken, lol. An evening from Tony that started. I know that Don and Matt Caddy are in the chat room. They have been in the chat room and they're listening, along with a number of you so far. And I just thought I'd come on. I'm fucking hands. My hands are fucking killing me. You know, I had that thing where I went all numb around here. It's like I just come on here just to moan at you like your doctor or something. But all that fucking fucking shit I've had around my legs and my belly, it's all gone numb. Well, that's still there, but my hands went all numb, and now they're like, you know, if you've been out and you fucking, let's just say you've been out chucking snowballs at people, you know, playing snowballs, and your hands are freezing cold. You've got your gloves on, but it's gone through stub wall and the crap, and they want your fucking anti-fucking Vera knitted for you about 2 Christmases ago. Yeah, Jesus. They're just killing me. It's like, you know, when you get in and like where you've got really freezing cold hands, and you get in house and you warm up too quick. You used to happen with my feet when I was a kid. We called it hot aches, you know, because you were that cold, and then you put your feet in front of fire, and then your feet or your hands would then start hurting inside. And that's what it's like. And I've had it for the last couple of days, and it's a fucking nightmare when you try to push send about in your pushchair. Honestly, it is a fucking nightmare. It kills like fuck. So, and it's going up my arms. It's been up my arms as well. My arms aren't feeling right smart. I spoke to the doctor today, and he reckons it's going to. It might knock itself off now that I've started to take some of the magnesium and stuff. So hopefully it'll start to go away quicker than it come. I've invited Paul Cotty. If you're there, I've sent you the link, mate. You're welcome to come on and have a quick chitty chat. It's fucking nutcase sitting around here. And we're looking at some of this one. We're looking at this. There's a book called that's come out called Belonging. Now I noticed this because it's been on TV. I'm sure it's been on BBC, but I've definitely seen it in an advert. It's called Belonging. The key to transforming and maintaining diversity, inclusion, and equality at work. Launched on the 29th of October 2020 by Sue Unarum. I mean, that's fucking got to be a made-up name, hasn't it? Sue Unarum, author. Kathy Jacob, the author. Mark Edwards. It took 3 of the cunts to write this book. And so it's talking about there's never been more discussion around diversity and inclusion in the workplace, from gender pay gaps to the Me Too movement to Black Lives Matter. It seems that every organisation has finally recognised a lasting change needs to happen. They're all fighting each other. If you put them all in fucking same place, they'd have a fight. There's no fucking. They're not fucking bothered. Anyway. Just have a quick look at this. Oh, fuck off. Where is it? That Belonging book. There we go. It's got reviews, right? Oh, here we go. Bestseller rank. See top 100 books, please. 26 in business ethics books. 59 in human resources management. I mean, that must be a fucking really, really interesting fucking reading for it to be at number 59. Here in the human resources management charts this week, it's Belonging, and it teaches you how to belong, because nobody wants to be outside the fucking realm of belonging except for anybody who's got a fucking brain. And, of course, it's at number 124 in feminist criticism. And it's had 17 ratings. I'm getting this off Amazon. So, obviously, other shit fucking booksellers are available. So you can go and find it wherever you want, I suppose. But, you know, it just seems to me that it's belonging. It's more common purpose type stuff. It's like they've got everything out of the way. They've got, I think the biggest thing with Trump in the way. I mean, they've got him out of the way. This is where this fucking movie's playing out. By the way, people still think Trump's going to something's going to happen. Trump's going to dive out of fucking sea and fucking have Biden in an headlock and doing that with his hair. Come on, give me the fucking presidency back. Give me keys to the White House back, you bastard. That's what he's going to be doing. There's still people. It's ridiculous. People are still clinging on. People are still clinging on to this notion that something's going to happen tonight. I noticed Lou Collins had put something about it, said she'd got an extremely reliable source, and then earlier on started backtracking a little bit. I've seen a couple of people who have posted, Max Stutely actually, posted that he'd like anybody who's in the United States, because there's supposed to be some media blackout thing going on and what have you, and all these arrests, and Hillary Clinton's going to be dragged by her pubes to Guantanamo Bay. which is why she shaves them. So that's it, checkmate, innit? Hey, man, we can't take her. Why not? Why not, soldier? She ain't got no pubes. No pubes. Motherfucking Jesus Christ, she is the spawn of Satan. Yeah, that's what it's fucking. That's what they think's going to happen. I don't get it. It's not going to happen. For a start, he wouldn't have lost presidency in the first place. If there was anything going to happen, he wouldn't have lost the presidency. It is fucking after dark, by the way. Oh, and I've got cherry raspberry vodka. Oh God, it's lovely. But I'm having to keep. I'm having to keep myself. Yeah, we need to start a campaign to stop women shaving their private area. Trim and maintain, but stop the baldness. You see, I quite like the baldness. I like the baldness. I don't mind the clitler. You know, where there's a little line just above the. I don't mind that. But you know, I mean, you don't want like a woman don't want a messy area where the guy's things are. You don't want to go through woods before you get to you get to the honey. You want to you want to just get straight in there and down to business, not going through brush like your fucking Bear Grylls, fucking lighting a fire halfway through just to keep your warm through neat. No, you don't want that. So. Anyway, we can't stop them from doing that. I think someone asked me if I drink that neat. Do you drink that straight, Jason? Yeah. Oh, well, that's really a joke, isn't it? And you see, I thought it said, "Do you drink that neat?" I know we're going to say no. Or sometimes I drink it during the day as well. It's a Yorkshire thing, but no. I do drink it straight, but I have. I do have a little. I try not to because it's a bit fucking lethal, shall we say? If I do it myself. Did he just say clit? Yeah, I said clitler. You know, like a little clitler, like we are talking about. Ladies. Adornments in the genital region. That's all we're talking about. Now we're talking about the clitler, which is where everything else is like nice and clean, and then it's got like a little line that goes up, a little line from just above the clitler. So we're all grown ups here, aren't we? If you're not all grown up, then we shouldn't fucking really be. It should be up at this time anyway. You've probably not got school in the morning. So anyway, Paul, where are you? You're gonna have to come and help me out, man. The bear trapper's hat. My bits look like a bear trapper's hat at the moment. Nice one, Apple. Yeah, remember them? Fucking hell, fire. You need to get that sorted out. Well, you don't really. I mean, it's not really, don't really bother me, but you might want to get it sorted out. It's up to you, completely up to you. But give us a before and after picture, and send it to Super Leeds, care of Leeds, in England. Paul Cottage joined me. Good evening, Paul. Well, let's see if we get.
How's things, Jason?
It takes a bit of time. This computer, I'm telling you. I've clicked it to put him on. There he is. Well, that's not him. That's a dog, a lovely little doggy. Good evening, Paul. How are you?
All good, thanks. How's you?
I hope you're not talking because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, not got you at all, mate. Someone's up with it. Someone's up with the mic. It might just take a couple of minutes to come on. Sometimes does. Sometimes it's just fucking stupid. Please, next week, pics. Before and after, can we? Listen, we don't want you to send us pics of your areas, please. Unless they're decorated and You might have a few things going off here. All clear here, Jason. You can hear him. Oh, right. Okay, I can't hear you, Paul. Let me go out and come back in and see if I can hear you. Right, I'm back. I can't. I'm getting a bit of a blah 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 blah. I can't hear you, mate. I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. It's just like a robot cotty. Oh, there you go.
How's that?
That's better.
Right, the stream out that you send on to me, I'd have to go into settings in that and find the right setting to match up with the mic or something stupid like that.
Yeah, that's what that's there for, that first bit, so you can do that. And then it shows you, when your mic's going up, you can see yourself on screen and that. Anyway, how are you? How are things over there in the Emerald Isle?
Never oiled. It's the same as over there. Crazy. Lockdown, crazy. Just, it's mad. It really is getting mad at this stage.
It's worse than mad, isn't it?
Come here. I'm not sure about I didn't see any videos from the English police yet, but all the on Garda Síochána corner over here are doing some dance, all this dance challenge joke. And what's the name of this? The Jerusalem challenge. And when I seen it going on, I thought there's something that's not sitting right here with me. So I went along to check for the lyrics of it. So I did, and it's got to do with Jerusalem, the new kingdom of Jerusalem. So it is. They're all dancing to. And I think I came across someone else who were pointing out it's got to do with, I think it's Revelations 26.1 or 6. I'm not too much in the Bible. Anybody that has an understanding of that will pick it up. But it's all got to do with the new kingdom of Jerusalem. It's a big ritual dance they're all doing.
Yeah. All exactly. It's all ritual stuff. It's like the hacker, really, isn't it? I mean, they're doing it on a massive fucking scale. I mean, Jerusalem is Britain's fucking anthem, isn't it?
Do you know what? I didn't even know that, Jason, till I think it was today or yesterday when I was doing checking stuff on Jerusalem and looking for other stuff, and I seen that 2015 the English national anthem and the words coming up, and they're singing about New Kingdom of Jerusalem as well, and I'm going, no way.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking nuts. We've been doing it for years, singing Jerusalem like it's fucking patriotic, and it isn't. All them people. Last night, fucking problems with the flags and that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have an understanding even of what the Irish national anthem is when they sing it in Irish. I don't even know what the word is. And I really don't give a shit because as far as I'm concerned, they're all ritual songs. They're nothing got to do with affecting any of us.
No, Kenny Noy in chat room says that it was the tune at the 2012 Olympics, Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Isn't that where we had fucking an effigy of Boris and loads of people in beds and ill and what have you? In opening ceremony, that's just like that weren't telling us what we're fucking coming down line. Everyone else is looking for fucking UFOs.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You see, too many people are looking up in the sky rather than looking around. Looking around us. What's going on around us? Never mind up in the skies.
Yeah, we can deal with sky later, can't we? Once we've got fucking Earth done, we'll deal with sky then. That's
the truth. Come here, look. If there's that up there in the sky, the last thing they want to do is come down here. Should they probably get taxed?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sorry, you can't go back up there on that ship. It has no NCT and there's no tax, no insurance. Should you try and clamp it or something for fuck's sake?
It wouldn't fucking surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Of course, we've had this week. We've had Captain Tom die, as if that weren't like fucking predictable.
I refer back. Someone had a comment in there earlier on. It was actually Paul Cotty, and it was got Gia Ditch is what he was saying, and I replied back Gia Smiraditch. It should be, but basically we're just saying hello in Irish to me.
Right. Okay.
That's what that was.
Ah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Remember the 7-7 bus at the closing ceremony? Yeah, remember that as well. And the bus also had it on the side, some utterly terrifying, some terror, but terror at its very best, something daft like that. A film. It would have filmed. Sorry.
The Olympics now, where they were doing all the hospital routine with the kids and the nanny state.
Yeah.
That's what that was, wasn't it? All got to do with the kids, the virus, and we were also showing you that it's a nanny state, and the nanny state taking the kids into care and all that. That's a crazy oak when you watch it.
Yeah, good, because it is. It's fucking. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I have seen little bits to it. Thankfully, I went on holiday the day that it was started. So I missed a complete week of it because I just wanted to fucking stay away from it. I mean, I know everybody were expecting the NR Cranes fucking aliens to turn up. I don't think they have. But they seem to have turned up to cure him from fucking cancer because the fucking made an audio saying from the hospital bed, I'm going to have an operation. I probably won't be coming out of this operation, and if this is my last ever thing that I ever say, and all this fucking shit, and then what you think when someone's as fucking grave as that, when someone says something as grave as that, then you think to yourself, well, he's at fucking death's door, isn't he? He must be somewhere. But now, 30 grand later on a fucking GoFundMe, and he's decided he's going to have alternative treatment. I don't know, fucking where, Barbados or something. Eli Loper says, is he in our Crane still alive? Well, as far as I know, he is. I mean, he might have died in the last 10 minutes, but I've not
20 grand later, still alive, as you just said.
Yeah, exactly. 30 grand later, he's fucking decided he's not going to have, what treatment that they're offering him after he's had allegedly had an operation that were like touch and go. But then they took him out to children's ward. Oops, sorry. But no, it seems that it's these. He got everybody looking up, and then everyone just forgot about it, and start listening to him about something else. He's fucking talking about. He was talking about aliens fucking doing an invasion. It was actually, he actually made the Sun newspaper. There was a thing in there about aliens that each said that aliens were going to invade on the fucking day of the opening ceremony, and fuck all happened.
Yeah,
it's like all these things. Fuck all happens. Go on, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go on. No, you're right. But all this alien thing, I think, is just another fucking distraction. So it is, this alien bullshit. And look, as a when I was about 14, I was about 13, 14, and there was a couple of us. So there was, and we seen what we refer to a UFO. It was a big ball of fire. The flame disappeared, so it did. And what we describe as a UFO, we seen in the sky as young lads, a few of us. We said, stopped some couple, pointed it out to them. They seen what we seen back in the early 80s. But a year or two later, some American guys over here on the Irish stations talking about UFOs, and a lot of people see these things. But it's only a few years ago when I started getting into all this stuff and learning and knowledge and stuff like that. And when the drones and all that started coming into play, I went, hang on a sec. UFOs, that's their own technology that they were practicing years ago and all that. And then when you see drones and all that, it's just like giving us toys, miniature yokes of technology that they have way, way advanced.
Yeah, it is. It's look. Just think about this. If you're a fucking alien, right? Just put it into a human term, right? If you, let's just say you're not part of a group. There's a group. You're out in a city, and you're not part of a group, right? And you think, oh, they look like a big, nice, fun group. And you get close to them, they're all fucking rowing and fighting with each other, and you think, wait, hang on. I'll leave that alone, I think, and go on to the next part. That's how it is. That's what they'd see if they came, But like you say, it's used as a distraction because people like Crane get the coverage, and they get the fracking's not. Fracking, I don't agree with fracking, and I think fracking's fucking probably not very good for the environment around, and for tectonics and that sort of thing. But we don't even hear about it anymore. It's like it's been stopped. It's like they've just stopped fracking. So they stop fracking, and fucking Crane goes on to 5G with his mate fucking Mark Steele and his fucking bitch, fucking what's his face, fucking Garrett, and he goes on to 5G, and this 5G is just utter crap. It's just there might be a fucking problem with 5G. There might be a problem with it, but it don't. It's not fucking doing what we're told it we're going to do. We're going to mingle with virus. Now it'll mingle with vaccine, and then after that it'll mingle with second dose of vaccine, or 5G that's killing these people that have had vaccines. There's been a lot of people died.
No, look. If 5G is going to be harmful, so it is going to manipulate things and all that, but so did 4G, 3G. As we go along, don't forget they've got 6G, they've got 7G and 8G to come yet as well. I mean, they're going to need people around to use these things, so it's not going to kill everybody there and then like all these people are out there saying. It is harmful, yes. Radiation is harmful. I mean, you don't go for one scan and you fucking die from it. You get radiation and die from it. But go for a couple of hundred scans and you might see the body breaking down. But that's the same way then when it comes to the technology. It's slowly breaking down or manipulating us and stuff like that. It's the entrapment of the technology more so, the 5G and all the technology that's going to come in with it. Like, I'm not saying it definitely is harmful in that, but not the way that they're all saying, when people start getting sick of this so-called virus, it's 5G, it's 5G. No, it's not. Because 5G was actually, it's not switched on the phones and all that yet. And they won't switch it on the mobile phones and all that yet until we have them. Not everybody has 5G. I think they switched them on the computers, isn't it? And that, like as in the internet, phones and stuff, like house phones, but not Wi-Fi. If that's what I'm trying to get out.
Yeah, the old type of phones, the radio.
Yeah, or whatever fucking.
Yeah, that you see on like classic Coronation Street where they put aerial up. I used to love that, me.
Oh, this fiber optic shit. The fiber optic, that's what I was talking about. When people do the fiber optics and all that, I think 5G is running fiber optic stuff. Now, I could be wrong because I don't keep up with 5G stuff and all that. I've enough things that I'd be going into.
Yeah. Then worrying about 5G, you think you're going to worry about it when it's upon you, aren't you? I mean, that's what I mean. I don't get at. It's not.
Well, I think with 5G and that, look, if you understand if you have an understanding of what frequency can do to the airwaves and to the body and stuff like that, and what radiation can do, when all you're doing is increasing the dosage each time. So if you know all about that 1G and the radiation and frequencies and what 1G is going to do to you, well, 2G is just going to be an increase, 3G is going to be an increase. So there's no need for me to go along and start seeing what 4, 5, and 6 is going to fucking do.
Well, exactly. Fucking hellfire. It's not giving me a nosebleed yet, anyway. It has made me fucking vodka bleed, though.
Jason, do you know what? There's a couple of lads over here, friends and stuff like that. They actually be tuning into you, and they actually enjoy your shows. Because you're so you're very forward, and you say what has to be said and everything else. So just letting you know that. Didn't even know myself till they be saying it back, you know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why I wouldn't ring into you straight away. Sometimes I let you. I love when you rant on in the beginning and all that, and just give it your mind. You know, you're speaking your mind, and even though it does be funny the way you'd be doing it and giving it, no, I think it does be classic. I'm sitting here laughing before we could ring in.
You know, I find it fucking amazing. I'm in my pajamas, look, by the way. I've got my fucking PJs on.
I should have a bat robe here. Bat robe on me here and a fucking hot water bottle. The dog's over there wrapped up.
Hey, I've had a hot water bottle on my hands. Well, you know, it touches my hands. That's a little bit hot. It fucking kills. It's horrible. I'm hoping this fucker goes in a couple of days, bastard. Anyway, what? Yeah, I can see it's kicking off nicely in fucking chat room as usual. With this pandemic, I think we will be saved by aliens. Thomas Tierney said that. You see, when you were talking about UFOs earlier on, I mean, that's really all it is, isn't it? Is UFOs. We don't know what they are. They're unidentified objects in the sky. So they're flying. So we don't know what they are. I mean, they could be terrestrial. They could be extraterrestrial. I mean, what for me, I mean, why the fuck would they come down here and say, right, we're going to sort all your shit out? It's like me saying, I'm going to go upstairs a couple of years ago. I'd go upstairs and I'm going to tidy his stepson's fucking bedroom out. It'd just been a fucking waste of time, a complete and utter mess. And by the time I'd fucking sorted it out, 10 minutes later, it'd have been fucking back in the same mess. And that's what this earth is like. So if you're there might be UFOs, there might be people observing us, you know, fucking aliens observing us. But, I mean, why would you want to come down here into this fucking pile of shit?
Yeah, no, the only aliens that's out there and that's running thing is a corporated business is an alien structure. And that's what runs things, corporated business and alien structures. And all this space program and all this stuff. Who pumps in the money to all that space programs? It's the taxpayers, the people. But who profits? Because when they come up with all these space programs and the technology, all that technology is broken down, used into cars, tellies, boats, everyday living. So they invent all these on the back of us, the taxpayer, and then they sell it fucking back to us, the technology, when they break it down a bit.
Yeah, of course they do. That's what they do on everything. I mean, they take us everything, every form of tax you can think of, they take from you. And your road tax don't do anything for roads. It's not. You don't get better roads because you pay your road tax. You just get fucking shit roads.
We get
the shit. We get, you know. You need to fucking send us. Oh, God, fucking hell.
They're brilliant. What they're right there. I'd be saying to a couple of lads here, I'd be laughing. So I do. The system is class. What you do. They build up a structure, they get us to fucking pay for it, and then they charge us for using it. And a simple way of putting that is a hospital, whether it's over there or over here, they're all privatised. Now, they're supposed to be government hospital or NHS or wherever for the people, yeah? We're not supposed to pay out, we're supposed to be looked after by the government. You get us, the taxpayers, to build it. Yeah, it becomes privatised. They don't tell the people it's privatized. We're shareholders, and they're the ones making the fucking profit. We have to go in and pay for it then.
Yeah.
Look, if you want a bridge or a toll bridge, who pays for that and who profits it? The taxpayers, the people pay some of it. Some company might pay it, but they benefit everything.
Yeah, of course they do. I mean, they get all money for everyone that goes across.
And then they get to claim that they get the land for nothing that you just build it on as well. Usually that's the case what you do with a lot of these corporate yokes. It's fucking mental. It's a great scam. I have to say that I'd be laughing. I think, do you know what? The people that pulled this thing off, whether it be the pandemic, the banking, with the money in the banking, everything that's affecting people and all that. It's a hell of a scam that's actually pulled on us. I don't think it's that hard. Like when you sit back and you just look at what, like the bigger picture of what's going on. You know, the control of governments and all that, the way they converted government years ago, replaced governments, replaced constitution, replaced. And nobody ever knew. We're all sitting back thinking everything's fucking happy and jolly and we're all run by normal governments. Little did we know that all the government's private corporated business and with shareholders and they're all making money on us. And on top of that, they make rules and regulations and then sell it to us as law. That's some scam, and we pay them for nothing. We pay for rules and regulations, accepting it as law. Fuck me, you don't even get a jelly bag or a fucking pair of gloves out of
that. You don't get fuck all. You get fuck all out of government. Nobody ever comes away up.
That's how I say to people, like, if your court is a corporated business, yeah, like it's a corporated business, we're shareholders, they make a profit. Your guards or your police, they go out, they arrest us for bullshit, or most people. It's what they arrest us for is public policy. We think it's actually law. We go in there, we get fined. That fine goes off then into the shareholders of that business, of the court itself. Like, and you come out of there and you think, hang on, some fella just sold me a fucking lie, basically.
Mm.
He sold me a lie. You know, you got nothing for it.
That's all politics is, though, is selling lies.
Yeah.
What has he been doing, Boris? And he thinks we're all going to accept it because he don't brush his hair. You know, at least fucking Hitler brushed his hair.
But the thing about Boris, I was actually, you bringing Boris up brushing his hair. A few of us the other day, again, I said, did you ever, says a couple of lads, did you ever look at Boris when he was younger? When he was in college and all that? Or he was fucking prim and proper then. There's a picture going around where he's in the rugby team and they're all sitting down with the arms folded, but he's the one standing there, real tall, proud, chest out on the ball, hair well groomed and everything else. What people see Bojo the Clown now, you want to look back at the you know, when he was the old picture of him prim and proper and smug looking, as I'd say. There's no fucking idiots out there on them lot, that's for sure.
Well, one of the Bullingdon boys. He was one of the Bullingdon boys, weren't he?
Yeah.
Where they used to fucking burn £50 notes in front of homeless people.
Yeah, well dressed and groomed and all that. Like, what they do? He's playing a character now. That's what he is, Bojo the Clown. What a character, and he plays it well.
Oh yeah, of course he does. He does play it very well. He plays it well enough for people to have fucking voted for him, and people to have voted in what would be staunch Labour seats for them to vote Conservative because of because Boris were gaining Brexit, and that was the only thing that was important to him. I mean, if the Labour Party had realised that Brexit had happened and there were nothing they could do about it, Corbyn could have won by a landslide, but he didn't. So they've got this Boris character. And I think I watched a thing on him the other night, and the first time he came really to public attention was he was on what's that fucking show? Have I Got News for You?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be satire. It's a load of fucking. I can't watch it now because it's just a load of shit. But he went on that, and that were probably 2005, something like that, and that's when he first. Came out, and that's when they started to build his persona. That he were like this. You've seen the picture of him fucking hanging from a fucking zip line with a Union Jack on, in his suit, waving a fucking Union Jack because he wanted to be mayor of London. That's what he went for first. You see. Yeah, it was groomed all the way through to become the leader, and this leader that when they put him in front of people would just be like, oh well, it's it's Boris, in it. It's look at him. Oh, look at it. The more looking at his hair, or the way he's bumbling around. We're going to have to. Now is the time to act. How many fucking times?
But it's a great distraction, isn't it? It takes a fool to play the wise man. The wise man can't play the fool. He'll always get caught out. I think as Ray keep pointing out to me, don't forget you can speak 17 different languages and you can speak Irish fluent as well. Ray often had tweeting jokes going on with him and all that.
Oh, I'm not saying he's fucking stupid. I'm just saying he's been groomed. He's had people around him that have made this persona, made this guy, this Boris guy, who for me, they've tried to make him look like what's his face, fucking Johnny Bravo, but his hair's all over the place. You know what I mean? And he's like this portly sort of bloke that don't seem. He's disarming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It disarms you from your fucking hatred of the Tory party.
Look, I think at the end of the day, what people don't realise, when it comes to politics, it doesn't matter what difference the party is. I don't care what party they are. And even if it's a party that hasn't even fucking started yet, and they're going to start tomorrow, it makes no difference to me. Once they're in there, it's a script. It's a fucking script. It's all a script for us. We see the bantering, the arguments, the bullshit and everything else. Behind all that, they're all on the same agenda. They get paid by the same bosses and they're in there working with the same corporated business. It's all registered corporate business. They're all in there and they got a script. It doesn't make a difference what the political party is.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, we lost him. We've lost him. I'm sure he'll come back. Kenny, sadly, we're stuck in a rewind. World Health Organization tells the DJ what to play. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, I'm sure Paul will be back very, very soon. It's Raconteurs After Dark. I'm going to do a little bit tonight just to break up your Friday evening, you know. But you can't go to Boozer, can you? What can you do? You can't go to Boozer. You've got to stop in. People are... We've never had it so good, have we? We've never had it so good. Fuck me. Fucking... Let's have a look at these headlines. There you go. I've had it. Are you back, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here. I see someone had in there that he's an eating boy, Boris Johnson. Yeah, that's correct.
How are you back, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Got any booze for babies? For baby? Who's baby? Baby. Can't hear you, Paul.
Hello.
I don't know if the listeners can, but I can't. Anybody
you
hear you, Paul?
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
We live in the best of worlds. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Are you there, Paul? Paul?
Yeah, I'm here.
Not quite. I'm sure he'll sort that out in just a second. Kenny Noy. Sorry. That Raka News can hear him, so you can hear him. I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? The fucking hell's going off? Let me go out and come back in. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yay! I can hear you.
All right, we're back.
So they could hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying this. Yeah, I can hear that crackling again, but it's definitely not my end.
I don't think I hear a crackling. I can't hear a crackling.
Right, yeah, all good. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, we were on about eating, about Boris Johnson and eating all them. They're like stables. Anybody that comes out of Eton is going into a position. The position is nearly picked for them in Eton, and they're trained for it, and they do all their acting school for it. And it'd be the same over in America. There's Eton and another one in England. Is a Cambridge is the two. And in America, you have Harvard and Yale. I think it's a Harvard.
I think you'd have a Eton and Harrow.
Is it? Yeah, and there's Harvard and Yale over in America. And you'd see like a lot of them ones in Yale, they all come out. And Harvard, they're the ones that goes in to be our politicians and your presidents and all this kind of stuff. So they are. They're not coming out of any of the other places. They seem to be all coming out of the same stable. They're schooled into all this.
Yeah. So they're taught, aren't they, how to act and what to do and how to seem. Yeah, I suppose they'll be picked as well from what they can see, what people can see of them. You know, class whether the leaders or that somebody who is a bit of a shrinking violet and perhaps will be able to, you perhaps be able to get them to do what you wanted. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think, again, look, they actually have, in these places, they have fertilities, isn't it? Societies, fertilities. And like your skull and crossbone and all that over in America, and then in England you've got certain fertility. I don't know what the name of the one actually there in Harvard is, but you have a fertility there as well. So they have, and within these fertilities and all that is where they're learning the art of the eschatological arts. The art of how to control words and magic type thing, what they call black magic, which is wording and deception and all that kind of stuff. Eschatological arts. Because they need that for the position of control that they're going into.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, Yale, Skull and Bones. And I wouldn't mind Skull and Bones.
Yeah, Skull and Bones and they were all in that, weren't they? I mean,
yeah. For the Skull and Bones, I wouldn't mind. The people that used to use the Skull and Bones was the Knights Templars. They were the flagship was the Skull and Crossbone, and it's funny how they disappeared, wasn't it? All our wealth and everything else, and yet there's a lot of stuff today that's symbolically suggesting that the Skull and Bones hasn't gone anywhere. Neither has the Knights Templars or any of that old structure. The ones that control the commas of the sea and all
that. Yeah, that's interesting. So, well, do people think that I don't think it's stopped. I think it's still going. It's still go forever. It's been going longer than we've been around, and I can't see it going now. I mean, this is like a secret pact to people that are what David Icke would call the hidden hand. They're the people that they're the people that control like Skull and Bones. They up people in Skull and Bones, and then they'll get people to do things like Obama were picked, obviously. I mean, who's going to have a gay black president? They're not, they probably wouldn't have gone for that. But a black president, that's fine. Probably going a bit too far to have one that's married to a transgender, but Middle America would have loved that, wouldn't they? The Bible Belt would have absolutely fucking loved that Michael were, let's just say he had more meat than just the beef. More meat than just the beef curtain. So he's they wouldn't have took that, they obviously. These people are obviously putting people in power. But I mean, how do you explain Trump? Was he
Trump
the
was
one
well
that was
part.
sent to give people hope and then to take it away?
He played his part absolutely brilliant, so he did.
Oh yeah, God, my God, yeah. Even I enjoyed
The
his
best part. He loved it. He loved playing that part. It suited him. They definitely got the right man for that part there. I don't think anybody else would have pulled that part off. You know, if they had to switch characters and Biden was the bad fella and Trump was the good. No, if Trump was the baddie and Biden was the goodie, it wouldn't worked out the same way. So it wouldn't. You know what I mean? But the two of them played their parts very well, and I'm sure the corporate masters will be grateful for them.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. They'll be down on the knee. Yeah, Trump was just Kevin Streets put Trump was so entertaining, which is what he was. But he brought a lot of hope to a lot of people who felt disenfranchised. And when I'm talking about people that are still clinging on now to these dates that have been someone from fucking Q Obvious had, posted some. They're still hanging on to that. They're still hanging on to that to this day, and I don't understand that. But that just shows the power of the. Someone said it was a great show by Trump.
Yeah, I think if you're going to rely on the likes of Trump and all them, you don't understand the system. Simple as that. People don't really know what's going on. They don't really understand the system as much as they might think they do. They don't understand the system. And I've known lots of fellas around me. I thought that they were wide enough to know what the system's all about and that. And I seen them relying on Trump and coming out with Trump stuff to me. And I used to laugh at them and say, yeah, look up. It doesn't work that way. You just don't understand the system. If you think Trump is a fucking... If you could get a hold of his script, would the convince you then, like, type thing?
You know what's going to happen, don't you? You know what's going to happen? Fucking one day, fucking Biden's wife's going to wake up and pull the shower curtain back, and fucking Trump's going to be there. Hey, honey, and she'll be like, "What the fuck?" It won't surprise you, though, will it? It won't surprise you. You know, when people are getting fucking like we had the old Captain Tom, who by the way I have got the ultimate of respect for, and I'm not at all happy in any way, shape or form that he's died, but I will say that guy wanted to do his goal was to raise £100 by walking 100 times around his garden before his 100th birthday. That was his goal, and he would have been happy with that. You know, and NHS would have been happy with that. You know, £100 from this guy, but the media fucking took it over, didn't they? It's like they fucking take everything over. They take it over. They take everything fucking over, which is fucking, the media does it. It fucking winds me up. It winds me up.
You see, that's the thing about charities and everything else. The man done a good heart.
Yeah,
and next all of a sudden, it becomes a big fucking charity. I believe raised 40 million, and he's died since he got the vaccine. Where's the 40 million gone? And I think in between that, British Airways or someone fly him off to the Caribbean, him and his family, for a week for relaxation after the good work that he done.
For Christmas.
Was it?
Mm.
Yeah, he flew over for a week.
Christmas. He went to Barbados for Christmas, which will probably like that.
I hope the fact he gave him first class for 40 fucking million.
The what, sorry?
I hope they gave him first class. If he fucking raised
he was done by the...
It's the least, but that's the least he can do. He raised 40 million and they sent him over there for a week. You left him there for the year and let him enjoy himself. 40 million fucking raised for charities. And we all know about charities.
But you know that the charity, you know that the NHS would have soaked that 40 million quid up in fucking that. Sorry, he raised 33 million apparently. it will have gone like that into a fucking deep hole of paying fucking debts, paying fucking managers, God knows how many managers, and fucking consultancies.
I know it's all coincidence, and someone is 33 and 32 million. Look, if it really was 33 million, well, then there's something weary about that straight away in my head once I see 33 and all that kind of stuff. It's just a strange number.
Yeah.
When I see 3, when you mention 3 in any of these ups that you do, and you mention 3 and 23 popping up, certain things relate to certain things, symbolism and sacred geometry. So I don't believe in coincidence in what they do when it comes to media and what you say. So if they said 33, well, then there's something to that story, all right. But apparently, either way, he still raised millions. He wanted to do a walk, got to do a walk, and get a vaccine, and now he's gone. Poor man.
Yeah, I know, and it's a fucking outrage. Whoever was saying, yeah, go on, get yourself to fucking Barbados. Or go and get your fucking vaccine. You know, it just don't sit right with me. Someone's put in the chat room that the family don't sit right with them either. I'm sure the family made enough money out of it. The family were in marketing apparently and set the whole thing up. They are 33rd degree Masons, something like that. Yeah. So the Masons as well. So I mean, there's all that, but you can't say it. What did I put the other day? Somebody put on Facebook.
The coverage is breaking up a lot when you're talking there, Jason. I don't know if your viewers are out and listening, and I'm getting over to you.
Is everybody getting me? Just let us know in the chat room if you're getting me. Yeah.
Well, it's probably me. Internet's not so good over here lately for some reason.
It's not very good over here either, to be honest. We're expecting snow at 3 o'clock in the morning, so it says both for us is clear. So even if we don't know what each other's saying, then at least the people listening do. Oh, he's gone. Your side, Paul, he says.
No, I'm still here. No, I'm still here. Sorry, I'll keep a deaf ear open.
Awesome. Yeah, they say we're both good, both clear. Let's have a quick look on fucking all over 50s in UK. That's what I saw. Anybody who declines the vaccine is going to get a knock at the door from the council to investigate why. Oh, there we go. That's Paul's gone again. But yeah, I saw it it was posted on Facebook, but it was in Metro, I think, and it said that that if you decline the vaccine, you're going to get a visit to ask you why you declined the vaccine from the council. So they're going to be council people trained in this, going and knocking on doors, and interviewing you as to why you've not had why you've turned your vaccine down. So that's a little bit draconian. That's started to get. We're getting We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting to the point where how are we going to get this back? How are we going to fucking turn this round? They fucking put us into a right corner, and we're not even fighting back. We're just going into that corner. There's a few people on front that are saying no, but the rest of them are just hiding in fucking corner, fucking like pussies. That's because that's what we are. Fucking, just a fucking. Whew. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah, in Metro. How you doing, Paul?
Yeah, I think so. How's the sound? My sound's walking this
I
end
bet you can all hear him and I can't you?
now.
Ah. Are you there, Paul? Can we hear you?
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
Sound is sound. Turn your camera off, Paul. Coercion, this time Frog knows who's turning up the heat. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All
I can
is
hear you
clear,
there
mate.
now,
I'm going to fucking go out and come back.
Sorry about this, folks, if you can still hear me. Both coming in loud and clear. Goramiha Mahago.
I can hear you now.
I can hear me. Okay, that's good. I'll keep the camera off and see if it's any better.
Okay, Mike. Well, we're only looking at we're not. It's not like we're looking at your beautiful face, is it? So, yeah, ResiTube has said it's production gold. This is production gold. This is great. This is good stuff for a Friday night. Paul, it's all your fault. Someone says.
Yeah, can you document and verify that under the penalty of perjury?
Well, probably not. But they probably would just say it was in a chat room. So it don't really matter. Another reason not to open your door, says New Being. I mean, what would your... I just take it you're not going to have this vaccine. So what would your reaction be if a council turned up and said, we just want to interview you and ask you why you don't want your vaccine?
Oh, I never said I didn't want the vaccine. I'm not one of these vaccine conspiracy theorist type people. I'm not anti-vax because if I go to get a toot out and he puts the needle in there, I'll bite my tongue a little bit and I'll go, here, I chance of another one of them before you take it out. And I'll let him put a second vaccine in there. So I can't be anti-vax, can I? If I'm going to the dentist and getting needles. And like, do you know what I mean? So if the authorities come and offer me any other vaccines or needles or anything like that, no bother with the vaccines or no bother with anything. As long as they can just document and verify all harmful ingredients and who holds liability.
Yeah, but they don't have liability, do they? They certainly don't in UK.
Well, again, you see, I'm not anti-vax, am I? I've no bother with the vaccines, but until I know what's in it and who's holding the liability, then I can make a formal decision. But unless somebody's holding liability, well, then it can't be a formal decision and it can't be a proper contract. And everything is an offer of a contract.
Right. So you won't take your vaccine then because you know that they fucking won't give you that.
I wouldn't say no to them. I'd just ask them, right, before I can even consider any offers, can you document and verify under the penalty of perjury all harmful effects and who holds the liability? If one wants to, you could also, only if I do know most of the ingredients, you can ask them, can you document and verify all harmful ingredients? All harmful effects, all harmful ingredients. I mean, until you got that, you can't really make a rational, or you'd be making a rational decision. You can't make a logical decision.
You can't give informed consent.
Sorry?
You can't give informed consent.
Absolutely, because again, you hadn't got full transparency. There was no full transparency on what was in there. They're not telling you what the harmful effects and all that. I mean, everything has to be above board, full transparency to have a lawful contract. But what they're doing is all illegal bullshit with nobody holding liability to anything of that crap.
Yeah. Nobody's going to be. Well, you're just not going to be fucking taking it. They can't do that anyway. They won't fucking sit there and wait. They just probably.
It was me and Ray Hall done a show years ago, and we were talking about all this vaccine study well, and this was long before this one came along, and it was the same thing then. It's all got to do with the conditional contract, the opt-out contract. That's what they're using. Everything's a contract, and what they're using here is the opt-out contract. In other words, they opt out and you hold full liability. You're the one that's holding the liability for these things.
Right.
So that's why you reverse it on them. Reverse it back and say, hey, who's holding the liability and documents? So therefore you're never refusing, and nobody can say, oh, you're anti-vax and start attacking you. Sorry, I'm not anti-vax. When I get teeth out, I get a needle and I leave it an extra second. So how can you tell me I'm anti-vax?
Chris O'Rourke said, would you take the anal COVID test?
Would I take the anal COVID test?
Yes.
I don't even think I'd take the bowl of porridge COVID test, so I wouldn't. Like, in fairness, why would I take a test? I said it a long time ago at the beginning of this. This is my way of describing this so-called virus. My opinion only here, so don't any smart ass attack me over my opinion. The virus, it's like a bogeyman. Tell kids stories about a bogeyman and you'll scare the shit out of them. Give the bogeyman a name and you'll scare the shit out of the fucking adults. And that's all they done. They created a bogeyman, so they did.
As they do. As they always
do. Same way as they created ISIS and all that. They created a bogeyman.
Yeah, yeah. And what's his face? Osama bin Laden.
Yeah. They create bogeymen, give them a fucking name. And it scares the shit of the adults.
Yeah. Hey dear. Kenny Noyes says he will take the anal if it's the anal COVID one, if it's done with a female's tongue. A female what's tongue though? I mean, they might get a cow out or something. Cows like licking fucking. Oh, in fact, a dog likes licking arses, doesn't it?
A Spanish chicken has there. It's the flu, for feck's sake. She's right. But everybody stops at the flu and the cold. What are they? Don't just stop at the cold and the flu. It's the cold or it's the flu. And all these Dolores Cattles and all them singing out, oh, it's only the cold and the flu and all that. Yeah. But what is the cold and the flu then? Because they've been treating us and giving us vaccines for that shit for years as well.
And still it's there.
Yeah, it's still there. And yeah, I guarantee if everything was transparent and the people could go along on, if me and you had the right, if there was a transparent government and everything else, me and you should have the right to go into a building and read up and see what kills a person. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was a vaccine damage or this, that, and the other. Nothing's transparent because it's a bloody scam.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course it is. It's
and Spanish chicken said, I'm a bloke. LOL. Well, look, I'm not going to go into any of this transgender stuff. You want to be a bloke or a woman, bloke, woman, your free choice. I have a dog here, doesn't need a dog license because he thinks he's a cat.
That's right, yeah. He identifies as a cat.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to train him to go meow. I have a stop with the dog warden and dog just goes meow. Bring him to court for discrimination on me dog.
Sorry, should be random anal swabs for every human daddy long legs on earth. God, I mean, just getting silly now, malevolence.
Like, hang on now. Like, when you think of it, it's supposed to be on our saliva. Right, so if it's on our saliva, they can just do a mouth swab test, just like they can for drugs and everything else. But no, they want to stick this big yolk up your nostril and break. There's a skin barrier up there that they don't tell you about and push through that and everything else. Right, it's on our saliva. Well, I'm nearly sure there's been nobody licking my ass for a long while, and there's nobody. I don't let people lick me ass, right? So there's no saliva there for them to be fucking going in with any saliva test. Like, what is the point? It's either in your saliva or it's not in your saliva. What saliva is in your ass? Now, I know maybe I know in their world, they might have a lot of saliva in their ass, licking each other's ass the whole time. Maybe they're the ones that should be getting tested for COVID with a big swab up their anal. They're licking each other's ass.
I think if I were going to have an anal test, I'd probably ring one of my gay friends up the night before and say, you know, what should I expect, you know, in the terms of feelings and emotions and things, and is there anything that I can do to make it better for me and for the person doing it? You know, because, I mean, it's just ridiculous. An anal fucking swab.
I'd ring one of my gay friends and ask him, does he want to take me place? Free of charge.
Yeah, but what if he's got it?
Well, if he has it, he has it. That's up to him. I mean, but you can still take me place and enjoy the day. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not for me. Look, here's another part of the scam. This is classic. Right. They're going around, they're testing everybody for COVID-19. The tests are coming back positive. So therefore, if the test is positive, as far as they're concerned, you got COVID-19. That's fair enough. Next step. Do you want to give you a vaccine? You ask them what's in the vaccine, they tell you that there's a virus in the vaccine, and that's to get your body, build up the immune system in your body for if you ever catch the virus. Hang on, am I just missing something there now? I'll rewind that. Because if I have the virus, if I get tested for the virus, and I'm still alive in a couple of weeks, well then I must have beat the virus. My immune system must have beat off this alleged bogeyman and everything else. Why would I need another dose of it to make my body immune? That's like, it doesn't come out, it doesn't make logical sense in any level, any of this crap.
No. Well, it don't make any sense, does it? I mean, don't destroy the country over a bit of fucking flu. Then you keep having to come up with different strains. Oh, there's this strain in Spain falls mainly when you get on a plane, you know, catch it on a plane. And then there's the fucking South African one in it that's fucking, you know, fucking what they're calling the Mandela virus.
The Mandela virus.
No, I was trying to get the Mandela effect in. No, it's no. You know, this South African one, and then there's one from somewhere else, and then there's this other one, and oh, you can't go out yet. And they're talking about May time, where it is. You'll have to ask that question again because I didn't see it, Chris O'Rourke. But we're talking about May time before we get anywhere fucking near that, and you know that's not going to happen. It's just that we're going to get fucking false lies always.
So someone has in there it got to do with the vaccines and refusing or just say no. That's the trickery. You don't say no to them. You don't refuse and you don't say no. You spin it back on them, so you do. You question. Always spin it back, reverse question.
Yeah. Yeah, or you could just not answer the door.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we used to say that years ago. Don't answer the door to strangers.
Yep, don't answer the door to fucking strangers, cunts.
Yeah, they come offering gifts of contract.
I'm surprised the crime figures aren't as bad as we would expect at this point.
But that's how frightened they actually have people. Is even gangsters are scared of this. So-called gangsters or every one of these thugs and people want to be and all that, should they even go around wearing masks? And you think to be robbing at this stage, but they're actually going wearing them out of fear.
Yeah, it's fair.
People really do believe this shit. I was actually in a shop today, supermarket, big supermarket, and I was standing there, I was walking around, and I don't know what it was. I started laughing, and we up at the till waiting, and I usually stand there just looking around, and I really couldn't believe the amount of people in this shop, and I was the only one not wearing a mask. It's fucking mental. So the percentage is what I'd be really saying, that the percentage of people that actually has them on and believes in this is, and the way they switch it, the great way of switching it back and putting the onus back on us, isn't it? Yous don't care, and you know what I mean, and you should be what is it, courtesy. That's a great one as well. I love when people, you should do it out of courtesy. Well, I should commit suicide out of courtesy. Doesn't make sense, does it? Hang on, you're not happy because, and you're over there in fear, and you want me to put a mask on and out of courtesy because you're in fear.
Yeah, I know.
But your fear harms me. You're already in fear, but your fear is going to harm me now. You want that negativity to come over here and harm me put a muzzle on, and that's fucking mental altogether.
Yeah, it is. Somebody asked me a question. What was it? What about now the Biden clones in? Oh, what about transgenders? Blokes that pretend they're women competing in women's sport. Now I've got this thing about fucking. I've got this thing about moment because all over TV. I watch football. I mean, I'm not going to, apologise for that. I need someone to be able to watch that's not happened yet. That's live, and so I watch football. And now there's more and more female fucking not commentators but co-commentators. These pundits and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and I thought to myself, right? I mean, I don't get why. I mean, if they don't know anything about men's football, for a start, they don't. It's a different game. Women's football and men's football, it's a different game. They don't know all about men's football, and then it comes up with the thing underneath. When they're saying something, it'll have the caption with the name on it.
Yeah.
I think she was called Karen Kearney, and it said underneath 5 times women's FA Cup winner with Chelsea or something like that. And I thought to myself, it might as well have said 5 times fucking meat raffle winner in Boozer at end of game. Because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. But I like the ones that do they're watching it and then describe it back. Bianca Westwood. I like her. There's that other one. What's her name? Oh God. But they go to games and they report back on what they're watching. But when you've got pundits that are trying to put us into the position of professional footballers, that what they're trying to do is they're trying to explain to us, as never been professional footballers, about what professional footballers are thinking. And they can't because they don't know anything about it. But anyway, what about men in transgender sports?
Well, the way is, look, men play football against men, women play football against women, and let the transgenders play football against transgenders. Let the transgender supporters go to the transgenders. Let the men and the women go to whichever one they want. If you want freedom of choice, fair enough, and want to be what you want to be, right? Well, go play as a transgender football. I mean, transgender against transgender. That's fair. You want to go in there and wrestle and do MMA and run any competition, do it transgender on transgender. Now, I mean, I know somewhere along the line, someone will come up with then, well, let's have a mixed one altogether then as well. We'll have a transgender, man against men, women against women. Let's make it mixed. I mean, it's people's choice. They don't have to go along with this shit. I mean, if transgenders start playing, start going into MMA fights and fighting men, or fighting women, sorry, a transgender man fighting a woman, and an advantage of certain things and all that, well, it's the supporters. Walk out of there. Don't watch the shit.
Yeah, but it's going into like college sports, particularly in America. I think
it is, because isn't it all them college heads? That's all this Antifa and all. That's all brainwashed into all this new thing anyway. Transgender and Antifa and God knows what else. Oh yeah, that BLM. Biden loves minors, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff, Someone else has in there, sorry, I wanted to address it. They heard Hammer actually had it in. Got to do with the hear Dolores Cattle patent cloning technology. Don't know if it's true. I actually read up on that. If you go into archives.org and put Dolores Cattle, Professor Dolores Cattle, type it in there and you'll find the patents that you're looking for, or the patents, if that's how you pronounce it. You'll find what you're looking in there. You're correct. She has got stuff patent on cloning GMO and GMO technology. What is Gena technology or something like that? It's called GENA, and it's got to do with cloning protein cells, and what else? There was other stuff involved as well. Apparently, I think she sold a company that she was involved in and set up all that technology. But yeah, she has a load of stuff patent as well.
Dalai Lama's put Eddie Izzard should be Minister of Sport. Bye sport. Well, I mean, if you start allowing trans people, because you can't deny them their gender, their choice of gender, surely you can't deny them their choice of gender when it comes to which side they're going to compete for. So you're going to get we're going to be in a situation where women's sport is essentially dead. There is no women's sport anymore. It's blokes, and it's bloke men's sport, and it'll be men that like to dress up as women's sport.
Well, do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if transgenders have been mixing in sports for a lot longer than we've realised. I mean, they became the president's first husband/wife. So, like, what else has gone on in that crazy world that we don't know?
Yeah. Kenny Noyes says YouPorn seems to be pushing transgender sex. So try keep yourself off there, then you'll not have that problem. Eddie is a transvestite. Eddie is soft as fuck. I've still got his bollocks, somebody says. Fucking hell. And Pornhub as well. They seem to be going for transgender sex. I don't know. I sometimes wonder about our listeners. Yeah, look, there is an agenda. There's clearly an agenda for something for us to accept things that aren't real. Like I was saying the other night, things that aren't real, we are now accepting them.
It's all got to do with breaking down the actual structure of man and woman and family, and reproducing and stuff like that. That's what it's got to do with. It fits into their narrative of their mind and what they're into.
Yeah.
I mean, like most of us know what most of these people in the system are into, without going into sounding like conspiracy theorists. We know, a lot of us know what goes on with them sick people. They have schooled a whole generation on their sickness, but they've put it into different categories to make it acceptable. They get the people to make it acceptable for their way of living, their mindset, thinking, and activities. Just like to get the people to build the hospitals and they make the profit, they do the same thing with everything. The people has to accept it. And they do that through school, through indoctrinations of different generations and they pick different classes of society to push these agendas.
And they don't, I had a fucking point then, and I've lost it. It's all this fucking alcohol and weed. I've got a fucking point in my head now. Yeah.
Dinny's got in there, I can run fast. Well, Dinny, I'd outrun you in your forest if there was a transgender after me.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Right. They're trying to make more and more outrageous things appear normal.
Absolutely. I said that a couple of weeks ago.
Thought were an outrage. They're trying to make them more and more normal.
Yeah, I said that a few weeks ago. I've been saying it a long time ago, but I think I said it when I was chatting to you the last couple of weeks or something like that, about the madness that's out there, and they're getting us to accept it as normality. Their mindset, their activities, the things they do, they're getting us to accept it. It's normal, so it is. And the next generation or two is going to. I mean, after our generation, I think the next law is. I mean, a lot of our generation is accepting it, I think, Eddie, in some twisted way. I mean, they might be fully accepting a transgender approach, but there might be another group over here that's pushing something slightly less aggressive than the transgender, but it's still got to do with all that sort of stuff. And it's okay over here, they're right. LBG, Grand, LBGQ. Well, there's an extra letter on there. I don't know what it means, but yeah, it's still supported. Do you know what I mean? Without understanding it. Nothing against any lesbian or gay or transgender. That's your mindset. Well, I don't mean it with the lesbian and gay thing. Feeling.
Oh, man.
Absolutely wrong.
Someone's put in chat room, how is Andrew Fletcher Jason? Last time I spoke to him, he was fine. I haven't noticed he had been posting on Facebook, so I think he's got over what.
Oh, that's shocking. There, there's someone going, I blame the gingers. Again, I don't think I can go comment and verify that under the penalty of perjury. Blame the gingers. Okay. And why do we always get to blame?
Well, I'm married to a ginger, so I'm not going to blame a ginger, am I? And I can't really say anything to her about her being ginger because I've only got one leg and she can push me downstairs. Oh, we've lost him again, have we? We've got him on twice. Oh, dear me. Hey there, Paul. I'll kick that other one away. Add to stream.
Yeah, I am on, and I'm sure you can.
Oh, heaven is a place on earth. Are you there, Paul?
Yeah, I am.
Ginger pubs, lol. I think pubes. You have a space lift, Jason. Yes, I do. Still push me downstairs though, can't she? It's fucking only through here. We can hear you both. I can't hear you though, Paul. So I'm gonna have to go out and come back in. This is honestly, just fucking pay for this and all.
Oh, this ginger slagging's a bit too much. I wonder if I could play a race card here or something, can I? Plonk or sack him, Paul. I'm only invited on myself, Dinny. You can't sack someone that invited you on.
Right, can hear you now.
Dinny has in there, sack him. I says, how can they sack someone when they only invited you on?
Oh, dear me. I'm just having a quick look on Sky News, see what's going on. Where's your nearest coronavirus vaccination centre? You can pop it in, pop your postcode in and go and get it. If you don't, someone will come and knock on your door and say, hello there, we're from the council. Now we were wondering why you hadn't had your vaccinations yet. We're sure it's a mistake on our part, but we're here to offer it to you again. Why don't you fuck off? Oh, dear me. No, there's just no news. New COVID cases continue to fall as nearly 11 million get first vaccine dose. That's a lot of people, in it. 11 million.
11 million.
11
I heard
million.
them. They're bringing over shipment of vaccines here next week, and they were saying on the radio about don't worry about. They're going to push it out into the rural areas to make sure that they're not left out. But the difficulty that they're going to have is storing some of these vaccines because of these low temperatures and all this kind of rubbish. They're playing some game, and I mean, there's a shortage of vaccines. They're being taken and they're sold on the black market and everything else at this stage. Talk about pumping up the hype, trying to get people to fight each other for the vaccines. It's mental.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right. You're completely right. The scarcity, the fucking false scarcity that they have, and so everybody's fucking clamoring. You know, I mean, see fucking bog rolls again. My missus has been into Morrison's tonight on her way home, and she said the fucking queues without aisles, the people, you know, stocking up on shit, you know, bog rolls and all that usual fucking shit. And we're due about 4 days of snow apparently, and we live quite high up, so it's. It may be that's sending them out, but you can still drive in snow as long as you're, you know, we're not going to get that much snow, are we? It's not like we're going to be like newbie and fucking walking out into like 4 foot snow.
They've threatened, I think over here they forecast snow for next week and all this kind of stuff, heavy snowstorms and stuff like that. But I mean, if you watch the media an awful lot, even with the actual weather, to be predicting heavy, what there could be or maybe heavy snowstorms, which is people be running out grabbing fucking skis and sledges and everything, and the only thing you get is rain then. Oh, it drifted off over to the southeast west instead.
Yeah. Then fucking. Yes, it's not a fucking very nice picture that we're building of what's in front of us, but it's what's got to be done, isn't it? It's got to be done. We have to do it. We have to get rid of this shit. The shit infected us, the world.
Dini has their this new vaccine is a mixture of all vaccines and all that. It's actually new technology. So it is. It's a whole new technology. And I think that's what Dolores Cat was part of that, bringing that technology forward.
Chris has put, Captain Tom dies on the 33rd day of the year. It was the second month and the millennial year of 21.3 times 3 equals 9 times 2 equals 18. Divided by 2 plus 1 equals 3 equals 666.
And 666 is neutrons, protons, and what is it? Neutrons, protons, and atoms that makes up the human body.
Electrons.
It's all in attacking us. That's why I like that. Fair play to Stephen coming in with 33 there. It's a bit like what I was saying back there when 33 million come up. Numbers of symbol. They use numbers. Sacred geometry and sacred symbolism is how they correspond. They don't correspond in common English and just write numbers for nothing. I don't have a great understanding of it as well, but I like when people do come in and break it down a bit better for me, and I get a bit of better learning. I do understand certain parts of the sacred geometry and symbolisms, and when they're using numbers for certain things.
Yeah, numbers do usually get involved in these things, don't they? You get symbolism and numbers. I don't know. I don't know how much I put into them, into these numbers. I mean, it's like it's almost as if they do it simply just to take fucking piss. You know, just to take piss, so that people are then making these sums up. I don't know, but I don't know how much.
There's an awful lot of breaking up on what you said there, Jason. Do you know what? Sorry, it's the camera. I must take my camera off again. Sorry. I think that helped. How do I just stop the camera?
Oh no, he's gonna get. Schmidt is gonna come back, and I won't be able to hear him, and then I'll have to go and come back again. So I think I'm gonna pack up. Oh, here he is. Dinny Carl says, I don't believe in all this 33, this, 33, that. It could be a distraction, diversion. It's all bullshit to me. Everything will be okay. Trust me, we're all being played. We're thespians in this shit show. All will be shown. 33 vertebrae. Right, if I can't hear you, are you there?
I'm not sure if you can hear me there, Jason. I know you're breaking up an awful lot on the coverage I have. All right, so Jason, I can hear you perfect. Brilliant, I can hear you perfect there as well. I see a few people coming in there about 33 and the number 33 now. These people have an understanding of the hidden meanings, the sacred geometry, Masonic numbers. They use magic against us. They use what's known as the eschatological arts, which is just more or less got to do with the magic of wording and converting. That's another great thing that you use, converting. Make something lawful, convert it into legal, and the people don't see the deception.
Right.
A bit like over there, a bit like the queen over there. She's a de facto queen, but most people think she's the lawful queen.
Well, most people just think she's the queen, don't they? Most people just think she's
Sorry?
the queen, and that most people just think she's the queen. That's it. They don't look at any reason why she's the queen, or any lawful reason why she's the queen, or she's just the queen. That's it.
You're breaking up a bit there, Jason. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll end this tonight. Thanks, Paul, for coming on. If you can hear me, I hope I'm not breaking up too much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this tonight. I shall be back on Tuesday. Touch wood. My fucking hands are killing me as well. So that's a good idea to go and get me sent out at a ball. Can you hear me, Paul?
Yeah, I can hear bits and pieces there, Jason. I heard you saying something about Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm just going to say. I'm just saying we're going to wrap it up. For tonight, we're having a little bit of problems, aren't we? Every now and again. So an hour and a half is good enough anyway. So we'll wrap it up for tonight. And thanks to everybody. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button and hit that little bell. It'll tell you when you are on for more amazing contents on Rat Hunters News. Any last calls from you, Paul?
No, just cheers for having us on for the bit of chat. Cheers for your listeners. Cheers for your listeners and buttoned up with me again. But go on, good to chat with you, Jason.
They love you. They love you. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming on, and I'll see everybody on Monday. Thanks for listening, everybody. Give us a thumbs up if you will. I keep saying that, but please just give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you Tuesday. Take it easy. Bye.